up, world? It's your girl Joy Daly, and I am here today. We're on quarantine, obviously. We're staying home, we're staying safe, and I have a very special set of guests for you today. Oh my goodness, we have the Atlanta Throuple, okay? And they're going to explain exactly what a throuple is, but this throuple consists of, we have Leanne Amos, me and her go way back. Way back. And then we have her partners in crime. We have Charles Reed and we have Cassie. I said that correctly, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And you guys look amazing, all of you. I've been following your page, I think almost since the start. And you guys are making quite a little buzz on the internet right now. Is that the intention?
It just happened that way, I guess.
Okay, well, first of all, I would like for you guys to explain to everyone what exactly is a throuple for those of us who don't know.
It's a couple. It's like, you say couple, except for it's three people in the relationship. So.
Throuple.
Okay, so it's a throuple, 3 relationships. So it's like all of you guys are in a relationship with each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so now I think from what I've seen on your Instagram page, Leanne is who prompted this whole throuple situation. Is that correct?
Yes.
So Leanne, tell me a little bit about that. Like, did you always want this for yourself? I mean, like, is this something you always had in your mind, or was it just like when you saw Cassie, you just like, oh my God, I need her?
It actually is a little bit of all of that, or maybe all of that. I would say I personally like males and females. I prefer both.
Mm-hmm.
Charles and I have been together going on 12 years this year, and he knows that I like women. I told him about it from the very get-go. And Cassie came along because she sparked my interest without knowing she sparked my interest.
Oh, wow. So prior to Cassie coming into a relationship with, when it was just you and Charles, were you guys like engaging in like threesome activities, or was it just y'all two exclusively?
No sugarcoat it, huh? You going straight for
this is an interview. We trying to get the real deal.
Well, that's a question we've never really been asked quite that way. But yes, in the past, Charles and I had dibbled and dabbled, but it wasn't a serious relationship. With Cassie, we decided to make it a serious relationship. And with Cassie coming aboard, we had not been with another woman prior to her for about 6 or 7 years.
Oh, wow. So, so Cassie, were you like instantly attracted to Charles when you first met him? Because I know you met Leanne first, right? So obviously you guys had an attraction, but when you met him, like, what was your initial like feeling?
I didn't have one.
Interesting.
And I didn't have one. I didn't see him with those eyes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because actually, I didn't see her with those eyes. If you really want to be real, like, I still didn't know the whole time she was courting me that she was courting me. I didn't know. And so I'm thinking I'm just hanging out with my newfound, like, girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing I know, they like throwing like shots and, in the windows about trying to make me their girlfriend, and I'm just like, you can't be serious, And then I only saw Charles maybe one time initially. And that was the first time all 3 of us hung out. And I didn't see him with like, ooh, I think he's sexy. Like I didn't see him with those eyes because in my mind, that was her husband, that's my friend, and I don't look that way at my friend's husband. Mm-hmm. So I didn't have any intention on liking him at all whatsoever.
So Charles, what was your initial thoughts when you saw Cassie? Was it like, yeah, I'm feeling that, or was it like, oh, just a friend?
At first, it was more of the friend situation.
Okay.
And then I seen them in the acting the first time we was out. So, yeah. And I always got on some fresh eyes. I ain't gonna lie. Fresh eyes. I can see it when it's fresh, man.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
No.
So, I mean, you guys did this challenge, that challenge that everybody's doing right now on the internet, the Don't Rush Challenge. And whose idea was that?
It was Polly Patterson's idea, I do believe. Don't quote me, but it was another Throuple's idea for us to be a part of the Don't Rush Challenge.
Oh, so there's a community of Throuples, huh?
Yes.
A huge community.
Really? Man.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, so you guys were like, okay, you're with it. Did you see any of the response that you got for that video? You know, they made like videos about your video.
Yeah.
And what was your reaction to that?
I was laughing.
We laughed at it.
I was cracking up.
We read the comments to each other.
We were trying to find the best comments. Like them people really came for our throats, and it was funny. We laughed at it. It didn't faze us not one.
And it seemed like a lot of the jabs were at Charles.
For the most part, yes.
So Charles, did you get angry? Did any of these things like piss you off that people were saying about you?
Man, I got thick skin. I'm straight.
Now, when did you guys decide to go public with your relationship and why?
Actually, it wasn't a decision made. We talked about it, and if I'm not mistaken, it still probably wasn't supposed to be public. Now, Mr. Charles decided to go live and out of nowhere just show us around the house doing normal activities that happen to be up on each other.
Like Valentine's Day. So we were giving him like a spa treatment, and he went live on Facebook. Now, had it been up to me, we still wouldn't be public. But because
why is that? You're more private type of person, or
when it comes to my personal life and my relationship, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of leaked ourselves by accident on Valentine's Day with that
with the other live
video with Poly Time.
We did live the second time. Okay, so the first time, like she said, Charles went live. We didn't know originally in the beginning that he went live. So she's doing his feet, and I'm like trying to hit to her, and next thing you know, it's just live. Okay, it's done. And we just started kissing and everything. Okay, cool. Then on Valentine's Day weekend, we went live from my page where we was getting ready to go to a Valentine's Day event all together. But it was a poly event, so it's called Polytimes Day. By Black Poly Nature, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah. So when we are getting ready to leave the house, I go live, and we were not conscious we were live. So we were talking about some things. He was talking about sexual activities around the house. Then he was like, kiss me in the mouth, then reached over and kissed her. Never mind you, yes, the phone is in our hand, but we're so caught up in what we're doing with each other that we didn't realize what all we was doing.
Insane. Because he doesn't have a filter or a censor.
Really?
So, no.
He seems so quiet and stuff right now.
Girl, huh?
That's the illusion.
No, we knew we were live. I think we just, like she said, we are so caught up into each other. We forget that other people are watching it. And so we carry on about our day and our lives as though nobody's watching. And so when she posted it, and then the next day or whatever, we decided to rewatch it, we was like, what? We said all of that on Instagram?
I'm talking about sexual body parts, places it was done in the house, like literally everything. And we did not know till the next afternoon, late evening,
that all that was out there. So Charles, do a lot of your friends, are they like extremely jealous of you?
I don't know. I know they be trying. I know they still trying to get their ladies to get involved.
I'm sure it's not that easy just to even find chemistry between all three parties. That's a bit of a challenge, right?
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. So, what else did I want to talk about? So, do you guys all live together? Like, how does it work with your living situation?
Yes, we all live together.
Wow.
Wait, but why did your eyes get so big?
Because I'm just like, wow. I mean, to me, that's another level in relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a relationship with somebody, but they have their own space. They come and you have dates and they go. But when somebody is actually like living with you, you know, that to me is a totally different realm of being in a relationship. That's everything. You're sharing everything with that person.
Exactly.
So, Charles, how was that transition from you? Because you went from, you know, just having to satisfy just one woman to now you got two. I mean, is it draining? Is it invigorating? Like, well, what does it do for you as a man? Like,
Yeah, it's a little. It can become draining.
yes, I can
Yeah,
imagine.
we all got high sex drive, so I mean, it's definitely draining. So I mean, as adults, like, we got to get up, we got to move around. We all got our own careers, our own lives outside of everything. So it's like coming together and making those moments happen, man. And sometimes everybody's not in that headspace or in that mood at that current moment. So, yeah, it can. And
So in that
we
case, is
really
it
feel
like,
good to know each
so
other.
is it okay for, like, say for example, you're super tired, but they're like super horny. Like, are you sometimes just cool with like letting them do their thing and you just like
Oh yeah.
relax and watch?
Oh, actually, I'll be cool with just sitting on the couch and watching some TV while they handle their thing, you know.
And then wait, but do you see my face?
Yes.
I'm not cool with that though.
You're not. So you want him to participate every single time?
At least touch.
Participate. That's still participating.
Yes, but I'm trying to say participate and maybe without draining all the energy. So maybe touch, kiss, but still do the foreplay things that make you climax. Because I still want to climax, but it doesn't have to be. I just don't want this.
So basically, you like the threesome interaction every time. Would you say you prefer it to be a threesome as opposed to just two?
I prefer for it to be a threesome, and I prefer for everybody to climax every single time.
Man, Charles, you got a lot on your plate, man. I don't know where you get the energy. I guess you don't even have to work out because you got these two really fit women to keep you in shape. So what about jealousy? Has there ever, I mean, can there be a jealous moment where maybe somebody just feels some type of way? I don't know. But I know me personally, I'm a super jealous person. Like, if there are more than one person in this situation, like if it was more than one woman with me and a man, I probably at some point would get a little bit jealous about something. Have you guys ever had a jealous moment in your relationship?
Don't be looking at each other. Y'all go
I'm
ahead
waiting
and
for
go.
Yes, we get this question all the time. Yes, we do have those jealous moments, just like you said, in reference to the sexual activity of it all. It happens quite often. I don't know if it's because we're new. We're still trying to figure that portion of our lives together out. But we definitely, it's times where, like Leanne said, she wants all three of us. And as Charles, like you just asked Charles, he's tired. He may not want to participate, or I may not want to participate, or whatever. And so, if she sees us interacting, she does huff and puff.
Yeah, because I want to get off too. I want
Absolutely, I get it.
Right, and it's vice versa. So it does. It's like ping pong. It goes back and forth with the both of us when it comes to who's having sex and when. And how many times somebody else didn't have it. It's like we're still working out those things.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, you guys definitely got the look going on. You're a very attractive looking couple. Have you guys ever like recorded any like videos of yourself?
Yeah, Lisa. You got
You said it like obviously. I mean, some people not into that, but so that's something that you guys have done. Have you ever thought about making that type of video public, or is that just for your own personal view and pleasure? some money off of that, I'm sure.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I know you're ready for it. Sweet baby. Shout it, look at them thighs, got a nigga wallet for it. So I'ma break it down while I take you up and show you things that you.
Let's just say.
I'll make a lot of money.
Right? You would, right?
Straight up.
Wait, y'all didn't answer the question though. So you said yes,
He answered it.
If we made them public, I would make a lot of money. Like, oh, I understand why he. Yeah.
absolutely. Now, what is the most difficult part about being a throuple? Like, is it like the more energies, the more stress, or I mean, what would you say is the most difficult part of y'all threesome relationship?
All of the above.
Yeah,
It's not easy at all.
It's think of a relationship with two people that already has the ups and downs that it goes through. Then take that and times that by three people being together. We have our relationship together as together. Then her and I have a relationship. Him and her have a relationship. Him and I have a relationship. So there's separate relationships within that 3-person dynamic. So if him and her are good, but maybe her and I aren't good, the energy is still off, which means it's a high level of stress because everybody can't just move and flow because it's not a flowing situation, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Now, Leanne, we talked a little bit about this before. Like, you have a child, I have a child. How does this work with your
And
child?
she has a child.
And she has a child. Wow. So how does that all work? Is it just like a blended family? Do the children know what's going on, or what do they think is happening? And what do you guys think about telling your children about what's happening?
Well, my child is in the other room.
What age is your kid? Because I know Leanne's kid is about 6, right?
Yes.
So how old's your kid?
He's 13.
Oh, he's grown. That's a teenager. So he knows exactly what's happening.
Oh yeah, he called me bisexual like a couple weeks ago.
What do you do?
My reaction was your reaction, basically.
Yeah.
Like when I initially told him, he was just straight faced, like unbothered, like it didn't do anything for him. He just was like, "Oh, okay, so you're bisexual."
But tell her to set up your head.
And I was just like, but I was constantly like probing him to see if he really was salty about it, right? And he just was not giving me what I wanted. Like I felt like I wanted him to be mad, but he wasn't. And I'm just like, are you sure you're not mad? Like, you do understand what I'm talking about, right? Like, it's me, him, and her together. We sleep in the same bed. Like, I was giving him all of the inside details to really help him understand and process what I'm really saying. Like, and so he's like, oh, so, and he compared me to one of my actual stud lesbian friends. I'm like, no, it's not like that. It's so he knows. He's like, Mom, I know this. Like, I watch TV. I know what Google is. He said this is something new. I was like, gosh, where did the time go? Like, I was not prepared, and I thought he was gonna low-key shame me a little bit. I think I probably would have been okay with that. I don't know why. But when he was more accepting of it, I was just like, okay, that threw me for a loop. But yeah, he's here.
Oh wow. So Leanne, so what about you? Your child's much younger, probably a lot harder to explain what's going on to him. How does he react to the situation?
Actually, it was a lot easier to explain it to him because with him being so young, to him, he didn't really notice a difference around the house or when Cassie came around because everybody just loved on him. He's like, I want a hug, give me some love, and I'm good. Or bring me a chocolate donut, I'm good. I want a chocolate cake, I'm good. However, Charles made the attempt to break it to him and her, and I was just like, Charles, that's not how you baby. He set him down like he was a teenager.
Oh wow.
When he's 6 and he says, Princeton, how would you like to have 2 mommies? 2. He was like, Mommy's your mommy, but Miss Cassie too. 2 mommies. And he was like, I like Miss Cassie, but I want one mommy. And Charles was like, well, baby, it's gonna be two mommies. So when Charles told us, we were just like, Charles, you was on the right path. The message was there, but just not some of the words. So
Hey, hold on, wait.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's gonna grow to understand, you know, more.
no.
He gets
Well,
older.
he's cool with it. That's what I'm trying to get to. It's just that the way Charles said it, you know, all boys are mommy's boys.
Mhm.
So I don't think you could tell no boy that is a true mommy's boy, like, look, you got more than one mama, or you can't have your mother. They're just not gonna go for that. But I
ain't said that harsh. Now I just
no,
said,
he didn't, but he said,
Mhm.
I said, look, bro. This is what this
see,
exactly.
bro.
I say, look, bro. I say, like Miss Cassie, you say, yeah. I said, cool. I was like, you love your mama, right? You say, yeah. He was like, of course I love mommy. I said, okay, cool. I said, well, you got two mamas.
See, that's exactly what I said. But later on,
He just cried. He cried. He busted the tears.
Really?
I want two mommies. I just want my mama. All right, that's
Too
what's
bad.
up. I was like, that's what's up, man. So go in there and hug your mama. Something like I said something like that.
Princeton knew longer than my son. My son just found out maybe 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. And do the two children get along well?
Yes.
That's good. So it's you guys got the whole blended family going on.